Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Good evening, friends. Cheers to you. So, welcome. It's Mel, aka Baby Girl, once again with a great video for you guys. I'm feeling good today for once. You know, I have some chronic illnesses that really kick my butt. But I'm making it, and I'm getting through it, and I'm here, and I'm doing this because I love it, and I love you. Cringe USA. Let's get started. Never talk back to a mimic, okay? I've said it before. I always will say it. Talking back to a mimic will only cause you grief. It will just cause you a lot of problems. And in fact, this mimic on this video got so fed up waiting for this guy to answer the door that it popped it open itself and proceeded to slam it over and over and over again on this poor guy. And just watch. I want to know what your opinion is on this video.
This is why you never talk back to a mimic. A man named Ollie from Canada caught a terrifying moment on video. He was home alone when he started hearing his wife's voice calling for him.
There's no way Emma decided
Dave, come downstairs.
at 3 in the morning and then
His security camera catches the door slamming shut by itself.
Dave. Dave, come downstairs.
what the fuck?
Ollie claims that his wife was out of town that night, and he has no idea who or what was calling for him.
Ring cam videos, like I've always said, capture weird shit all the time because they're unexpected. People forget they're there. You know, animals obviously don't know they're there. I feel like Ring camera is like $1 billion idea, and it's helped, you know, detectives in cases to be able to obtain their suspects. It's an awesome thing. But anyways, it also catches the paranormal. Now, this creepy voice saying, "Let me in," freaks me the fuck out. I don't know what it is, but eerie sounds like that are the one thing. Sounds have always triggered me. Loud sounds, all that shit. I can't, for some reason, handle myself, okay? I get a little bit anxiety and freaked out.
3 in the morning caught on my Ring doorbell. Is it a skinwalker?
This is another ring cam video because, you know, once you watch one, there's a bunch more behind it. You see this bright orb come into the room, or come into the frame. Now, I don't usually believe in orb videos. I'm always like, you know, spectacle, which you should always be spectacle when you're watching videos anywhere on the internet. I mean, a lot of videos are faked. And I was naive and very, very gullible at one point where I believed literally every video that I watched. I even got sucked into Darman videos for a little while there. Anyway, bright orb coming into frame is what I wanted to talk about because, okay, our souls are our balls of energy within us, right? So when our host passes, which is our bodies, when that dies, energy, if you remember from science class, can neither be created nor destroyed. Now, with that being said, when the host or the body passes away, the energy, I believe, is lifted off and is just roaming around until it finds another host to reincarnate. Okay? Now, I could be wrong. You might disagree with me, but that's just what I believe. And it's what makes sense to me. Just because of what I've been through and everything else, and what I've seen and what I know to be true leads me to believe that, okay? This video, though, with this orb, it's so bright, and the way it just slides into frame says to me it's an entity just in its energy form, okay? Now, I'm obviously here for a reason, so my energy has not been ready to leave off. I have, not proud of it, but I have literally passed away 3 times in my life, okay? And I have had many other very, very close calls with death, okay? I have lived a very, very rough life for the little while in the beginning. The first 2 I'm very not proud of. They were due to addiction issues, and yeah, we won't get into that, but yes, I woke up on a ventilator twice from my addiction. I am now sober, and I was sober at the 3rd time that it happened, but the 3rd time it happened was because I had gone septic from a bad tooth infection. Didn't know it because, like, when you go septic, your brain kind of goes funky, especially because I had a tooth infection, you know, and I ended up falling asleep that night, and thankfully my mom was there because I didn't put my sleep apnea machine mask on. I forgot to, and I stopped breathing in my sleep. Thankfully, my mom noticed and called the ambulance. I don't remember any of that, but I woke up in the hospital with the ventilator in my mouth. And let me tell you something, it's horrible to wake up that way. Oh, I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I remember waking up, and when I woke up, I opened my one eye, and I heard the doctor say, "You guys got to make a decision soon here because we can't keep doing this when she won't start breathing on her own." And I was like, what? And I'm thinking in my head, don't make a decision. What are you doing? You know, and then my mom grabbed my hand and was like, "Oh, honey," or, you know, whatever. And I remember I tried to pull the things out of my mouth, but they hurried up and strapped my arms down really fast. But then I fell asleep after my mom saw me wake up. I fell asleep again, and I remember waking up, but the same exact scenario kept happening to me over and over and over again in like a loop. Okay, so like I kept seeing the same scenario of the doctor and the nurse come in, and what they were saying was just exactly the same what they were wearing, and it kept going and going and going. And I thought, great, I'm dead and I'm stuck living this for the rest of eternity, like Groundhog Day. Oh, I was like, fuck this. Then after that, after the loop was going on, I must have passed out again or whatever happened. I'm not sure what was going on at that time when that was happening. I mean, it could have very well been a dream, but at the same time, like, I've never done a dream in a loop, you know? But anyway, so like, then I woke up and I didn't have the machine in my mouth anymore, and you know, that was like a huge relief. But I know now that something wants me here on this earth. After facing many close calls and then these 3 instances, and my spirit guides are always guiding me, I am here for a reason. And so that's when I decided I want to make my dream come true, and I want to be on YouTube and do my spooky videos that I just love to do, and I'm doing it now, and I am just so happy to be alive, be breathing, even though I deal with a lot of pain and chronic illness and all the problems of life, being poor, having a hard time. I'm just saying, I lived through all of that, but it's for a reason, and I will live through that if I can just be there for one person. I don't care if they're just using my videos to fall asleep to, or just watching them because they make them feel good. Whatever the case may be, I know I'm getting babbly with this, and I'm sorry. I just really feel happy to be here, and I love you, and I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you do subscribe. Oh, it's not the end of the video. I'm sorry, but it sounds like the end. It's not the end. Okay. Let's move on. Babble is over.
Is someone there?
Has anyone seen Debbie?
Jake?
Dude. Are you kids alright in here?
Like I've always said, ghosts are all over the place. They roam freely on this earth all the time. So see, you know, noticing that they're there really isn't a huge flex anymore, you know. Because we're catching them on CCTV cameras, we're catching them on Ring cameras, but we're catching a Nest. We're catching them on all of it. The young person in the video goes inside and just nonchalantly, the spirit just glides by, you know. But tell me if you spotted in this video in the comments below. And also, hey, if you're here, you're vibing, you're watching, leave me a demon emoji in the comments below if you would. And maybe unsubscribe if you would like.
Because it's not fully dark yet.
This poor older man resting in his hospital bed gets interrupted by his vital monitor just deciding to have a little fun and scurry around the room. The guy says it's demon activity. It's really not. It's not. If it's anything, it's poltergeist activity, if you want to give it a name. And basically, what I'm thinking is maybe this man's spirit guides are like, hey, check his vitals. Because one thing spirit guides will do, and I will, you know, it's happened to me so many times where I am just not even realizing it, but ignoring their signs where they're trying to tell me something, and I'm just going about my life until finally they have to like come through a person or an object and be like, hey, bitch, we're trying to tell you something. So maybe they should have checked his vitals. Who knows?
What?
The Barton Mansion in California is said to be the most haunted place in California. These men got the shit scared out of them in this video. So, yeah, I want you to watch it. Just like, it's kind of comedic, the way they acted about it. But I also probably would have shit my pants. I know I talk a lot about shitting my pants on this channel, and I'm sorry, but I don't shit my pants all the time. But I just think that, you know, being scared like that, you might have a little bit of squirt, you know what I'm saying? And then I didn't realize it, but there's a second video attached to this, which is called The Anguished Man, and it's about this painting that he has in his attic. Now, he says that whenever he takes this painting out, really horrible, chaotic things start to happen. And it's a really creepy looking painting anyway, so keep the shit locked up, if you wouldn't mind. You know, I don't want to come over for dinner sometime and have something happen because you wanted to put this ugly ass painting on the wall. Get rid of it. Put it away. It obviously wants to be where it's at. Oh my God. It isn't rocket science, you know what I'm saying?
The Barton Mansion in Redford, California is considered by many to be one of the most haunted locations in the state. Way back in 2001, two young men decided to investigate the abandoned house. What they caught on tape remains one of the most controversial ghost sightings ever recorded.
Cover my back, alright? What the hell's that? Down on the floor. Where? Right there. Oh, shit! Oh, no!
Now, something of interest here. It looks as though the figure in the video has to crouch down to fit through the doorway. This would mean that the person, ghost star, whatever this is, had to be around 7 feet tall or more. Today, 16 years later, the two men who recorded the video still claim that the footage is 100% real. The Anguished Man. Sean Robinson has been posting YouTube videos for over 7 years of a painting that he claims is haunted. According to Sean, the painting, named The Anguished Man, has a dark history. It was painted by a mentally disturbed man who committed suicide shortly after completing it. Sean claims that every time he gets the painting out of his attic storage, strange things begin to happen around his house.
So I'm going to set up the recording equipment and leave it for approximately 8 hours. And I'll leave the light on.
Over 7 years, Sean has only posted 8 videos to his YouTube channel. He says that between filmings, the painting is kept securely locked away in his attic.
Something really wanted this young woman's attention. I mean, it showed itself visually and then backed off like, I'm gonna make this lady shit herself right now. See, here we go again. I need therapy for my shit talk. Seriously. Maybe it was like a ghost bet though. Like maybe they were like, hey, I'll give you some of my energy if you make this lady shit her pants. Or I'll give you some energy if you make Mel, aka Baby Girl, stop talking about shit.
On March 11th, 2023, a young lady was walking back to her hotel room late one evening. As she made her way into the hallway, the CCTV camera clearly showed her vigilant demeanor, almost as if she felt a dangerous presence nearby. This is what the security camera captured. As she makes her way down the empty corridor, a black shadow can quickly be seen at the end of the hallway, then quickly vanishes. Not long after, a large plant can be seen falling over with nobody around. As if this wasn't creepy enough, the young lady's hair began to move, as if a strong wind was right behind her.
Locked in a room. Now, this lady decided to do something that everybody around her advised her not to do, which is usually the case, because if someone says, don't look at me, what are you going to do? You're going to look at them, you know? So she keeps getting told not to go into this room, and it's locked and everything. So she's one day just very curious, and curiosity does kill the cat, remember. She opens the door, and it looks like a utility storage room almost, or something like that. But if you look up on top of the shelf, there's something there that, you know, is probably why they keep that door locked. Lock the door. Why do people always want to investigate something people say don't? Or, hey, there's a bear. Don't touch it. You know, I like to investigate them, yes, but there's a whole process that I go through to be able to go ghost hunting without draining my entire body of energy or getting too scared or whatever the case may be. I like to go prepared. I'm not just going to get up out of bed and be like, oh, that's probably a ghost. Let me go and see. Let me go and, you know, leave the fucker alone unless he's fucking bothering you. You know? That's how I look at it.
A nurse has been working at a hospital that has a locked room that many believe is haunted. When she began working at this particular hospital, many on the staff warned her to never enter the room. She mentioned that the room was located on a floor of the hospital that was vacant for an extended period of time.
Alright, so one more time, this is everything that's wrote on the door behind this door in this hospital, and it's been unlocked, so I'm gonna go inside. Dude, I'm so scared, I don't even want to open it. So far this looks like an abandoned, dirty closet, and
it may have been difficult to see, but once she opens the door, we can see a strange head resting on the shelf. It doesn't appear as though there is anything to hide behind, so it is either a floating head or simply a mask to scare off curious employees.
What's your emergency?
Please send the police. There's a bad man in my house. He killed both my parents.
A man named Brandon lived with his dad, and his father was obsessed with playing the Ouija board for a long time, like in the past when he was a younger guy. He was obviously, like I always talk about, not playing the Ouija board correctly. He didn't prepare himself, and he also fucked up a really big rule, which is he never said goodbye. So his house is basically like a huge portal now, and they're wondering why they have ghost activity. Are you kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, they probably are fucked. Because it's either going to follow them or it's going to be in every house they go to. It's not gonna be pretty. The paranormal world is going to fuck him up.
Brandon that caught the attention of over 10 million people. Brandon revealed that his father, in his younger years, frequently dabbled with a Ouija board, summoning eerie and unsettling responses from the other side. But one mistake he always made when using the board was never saying goodbye. As the years passed, his father was plagued by a series of unsettling paranormal events. But it wasn't until years later that his son Brandon finally managed to catch one of these unnerving occurrences on camera.
Ay, cabrón. No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches. No. Ay, no mames, no mames.
Brandon soon began recording.
I'm not sure if this is real or not, but you'll have to tell me your opinions in the comments below. But when he shows the video enhanced, oh my god, if I saw that, oh, I can't say I'm gonna shit my pants, so. Pee? No bathroom activities. Okay, moving on. It's scary. Tell me what you think. Okay, get the baby away from the dang fire. Okay, okay, it's okay. I know people take their babies, to cookouts and bonfires and stuff like that, right? But I always get really fucking nervous when they have a baby, like, too close to the bonfire, or people that, like, throw the babies in the air and catch them. Oh, my God, I get so freaked out. My son, he used to, like, tense up really hard. You couldn't toss him in the air. He got too scared. Poor baby. I always hated that, though. And one time my fiance was at his friend's house, and one of his buddies picked up his friend's son and threw him in the air, didn't catch him, and the child dropped on his head, almost broke his neck. I mean, that's the stuff that I worry about. I always think of, like, things that could happen, but then you don't want to put yourself in a headspace where you're just paranoid and you're, like, not allowing your child to have any fun because you're a paranoid freak. But well, back to the video. I'm babbling again.
If you just stop talking.
Family doesn't seem to see it. What looks like a ghastly figure can be seen, seemingly trying to grab her daughter. It wasn't until sometime after, the Curing's mother looked over the video and noticed this strange apparition. Judging by this thing's eerie appearance, the family believes a demon was captured on camera.
I'm talking about demons a little bit in this video, and there's a reason for that. It's in, a honor of Diddy, our little devil in jail right now, who deserves every bit of what he fucking gets. I don't even want to insult a demon that way. The things that, I can't even.
You better wake up.
Him and Gypsy Rose, I want to just see burn in flames. You know what I'm saying? But he's finally locked away and he can't harm anybody else. That's a good thing, These evil creatures, though, even within the music industry, should help you stay focused and realize when you are near demonic activity. Because demonic activity comes in different forms than we like to think about. And we think about these creatures roaming the earth, when in actual reality, they are human beings that we trust and love and don't think they would ever do the evil things that they do. Those are the demons. But just like Diddy and all them, these demons have no boundaries either. So what the fuck?
A grandma has caught something quite terrifying in her granddaughter's room. Tori McKenzie is begging for help online after capturing what she describes as a demon standing over her grandchild's bed. Miss McKenzie set up a motion-activated camera at her son's house after complaints his 2-year-old daughter Amber was talking to something unseen in the middle of the night. The grandma checked her camera's app days later to find a bone-chilling image of a figure standing very close to her sleeping grandchildren, with what she described as it having a horn on its head and long claws. The creature is captured standing awkwardly, looking upwards just before 3 a.m. Miss McKenzie says when she tried to rid the house of the evil presence by burning oils, she claimed cabinets and curtains opened and closed and music began to play by itself.
We've watched this young person before. He's done a couple videos at his job where he walks around talking about this paranormal activity that he encounters while he's working. Now, I wouldn't be working there anymore after watching back some of the videos he's had where the demon-like creature is right behind him. And I was even speculating, dude, do you have an actual human haunting you in there? That would be even scarier. Some mass murderer is in there, just waiting for the right time to kill him. Can you imagine? What if we hear about he's gone one day? He needs to stop working there, for damn sake. He's in the middle of talking about it, a scary demon-like guy behind him in the last video, and then he's talking about it, and then there's one behind him right there in this video. So take a look and tell me what you think about it.
So, I was walking through here, and whenever you get right here, you can see something fucking behind me. And I, watched it, I did, a playback, before I sent it to him, right? And, there was, and these lights were off.
This photo is so creepy. Okay, in a hospital, it's a still picture of like a demon over a person, and they passed away immediately after the picture was taken. Now, I could be speculated that this is fabricated, but if it's real, then it looks to me like this demon is just sucking the soul, the energy, directly out of its host before it's even left the earth. My God, wait a minute. Impatient fucker. My fiance is an impatient fucker. I cannot stand it. It drives me crazy. I'll be like, just wait 1 second. Oh, well, I'll do that. Just wait 1 second. Take a breath. Clear your mind. And give me a fucking second.
This CCTV footage from a hospital will give you chills. It appears to show a demonic spirit walking over the bed of a patient who tragically passed away shortly afterwards. Some say this is one of the most famous monster photographs out there. Do you believe in demons?
Sleep paralysis. I hated when I had sleep paralysis. That demon hanging over you and holding you down, not letting you move. And it's like, I couldn't really see mine. It was just black. But I would be trying so hard to move even just a small part of my body, but I couldn't. I was insane. And then I would like move it just so I could try to get my fiance's attention or whoever was near me's attention so that they could help wake me up and pull me out of that. Oh, I hated it. But I have since gotten rid of those demons and now I sleep just fine. The sleep demons are just trying to get you to allow them into your dreams. But when you finally do break free, the demon just vanishes. You know, it's gone till the next time you go to bed.
Anytime you have sleep paralysis is because a demon is trying to attack you.
Chill.
I hope this isn't real, but it's scary.
What is it?
This guy is in sleep paralysis and he's been having sleep paralysis so many times throughout the week. So he decides, I'm gonna get one of those cameras that can see beyond. Cameras that can thermal. Yeah. It will be able to show if anything's there, trying to catch a ghost or whatever. He's like, it always feels like somebody's pressing on my chest. Usually that's what people feel whenever they have it.
Paralysis, something I'm certain each and every one of you has experienced at least once
You see it?
in your life.
Yo. So you can see his chest moving.
As you can see,
and then there's like a figure. It's like a translucent figure, and it's right on top of his chest, and it's pushing him, and then he wakes up after it.
Oh, that's crazy. The actual proof that demons
and then walks away, and then that's when he wakes up.
Cello is conducting a seance. Now, she seems like she might have good insight on this. I think she says she's a medium. You know, if you watch this and you feel that it's fake, let me know why. Something was there with them, though. She told them to leave her alone and she can't understand them.
When something extremely creepy is caught on camera. The woman in this video is known as Cello Loca, who's well known for doing tarot card readings and other fortune-telling activities. It isn't often the case, but occasionally, Cello would go online and do a live stream where she does tarot card readings for her viewers. But it was just recently that Cello had done something completely different. Instead of reading cards as usual, she decides to do a seance inside her house. Little did she know that this would be a big mistake. As Cello tries to make contact with the dead, she talks to a friend on the phone who's watching the live stream. She sits in front of a mirror when all of a sudden, this happens.
Es como si me quedara inmovilizada. Mira que se ahora hacen así.
Ahora se abre la puerta.
¿Dónde está la puerta? ¿Se ve la puerta?
Sí.
Ábrete, ábrete. Ábrete puerta. Ábrete puerta. Que se abra la puerta. Que se abra.
No posible. No posible.
Ay, tu madre, hija de puta. No me toquéis que estoy protegida, ¿eh? No me toquéis que estoy protegida. No vale, ya abro la luz, tía.
Somehow, the door opens on its own. But even stranger is that it opened when Cello asked the supposed spirit to do so. Feeling completely terrified, she takes a moment to gather herself before proceeding further with the seance. What happens next has left her beyond spooked. Watch.
¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Estás enfadado? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante? Venga, ponte delante del espejo, te quiero ver. Dios, tu puta madre, no, puta, que me caigo.
Hostia,
Hostia.
It is at this point that Cello has seen enough and decides to end the live stream. Given what happened, viewers believe that Cello might have reached out to a sinister entity. Yet others think that something else was contacted. Although pretty spooky, it could be that this whole thing was just a setup for the sole purpose of getting views. But it seems that many viewers find this video to be genuine evidence of something paranormal. But of course, you be the judge. Ghost or not? Feel free to let me know what you think.
This one's a little less scary than the others, but nonetheless, it's still a spooky video. We gotta, even add the ones that aren't so scary. And if you have kids watching and they can open their... Oh, I've been cussing. If there's kids watching, I'm sorry. There shouldn't be, though, because I have it. No, it's not made for kids. Okay. A little less scary than the others, but like I said, nonetheless, it's still a spooky video. The tone in this guy's voice, though, is like, shit, here we go again.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Like he knew it was coming, you know what I'm saying?
A family soon discovered they weren't alone in their supposedly cozy home. An unsettling presence began to make itself known, pushing them to bring in a ghost hunting team. Though the team offered some relief, it wasn't enough. They decided to set up cameras around the house, hoping to find some peace of mind. What they captured on film was chilling beyond words.
Look, nobody's even by this. Like, this is crazy. How the heck? Look, 10:53:49. There it goes. And nobody knew what the hell just happened. But I'm telling you, this is some creepy shit. Show me that picture on your phone.
This video is a story time, and she is telling a story about a girl who decided to play with the Ouija board. Again, obviously not the right way, uneducatedly, but she used the Ouija board to find out if her boyfriend was cheating on her. Now, whatever or whoever she was talking to said yes. And then she said, "Does this woman have a phone number?" The board proceeded to give her a phone number. She calls this phone number. Man answers the phone, and she's like, "Oh, can I speak to so-and-so?" I forgot the name here. I didn't write it down, but she says, "Can I speak to so-and-so or whatever?" He's like, "She's 2. Why would you want to speak to her?" You know what I mean? She doesn't have adult friends, obviously. She's obviously very confused, and she just ends up leaving more stuff happen. Just listen to this story and tell me what you think about it. It's very odd. It's interesting how, if you think about, other cultures have such different stories, and I find many of them to be way more creepier than any of the ones I hear here. And you know what I mean? Like all of the TV shows, that fake shit and all that. You never know what you can believe and what you can't anymore.
A 16-year-old girl wanted to know if her boyfriend was cheating on her, so she bought a Ouija board. Yeah,
You heard that right, and just so you know, this story gets crazier. So this girl brings the Ouija board home and plays with it by herself. The first question she asks the Ouija board is, "Do you want to play with me?" In which the Ouija board responds, yes. She said she had suspicions of her boyfriend cheating on her and she wanted to know the truth, so she asked the Ouija board, "Is my boyfriend cheating on me?" To which the Ouija board replied, yes. She then asked the Ouija board, "Do you know if this girl has a phone number?" To which, of course, the Ouija board replied, yes. She asked the Ouija board if he can give her the girl's number, and it starts giving her a phone number, which she starts writing down on a piece of paper. So after writing down this phone number, she decides to ask the Ouija board if it knows the girl's name, and it gave her the name of Nayeli Ortiz. She immediately leaves the Ouija board, goes to get her phone, and call the number. When she calls, a man answers, and she asks if she can speak with Nayeli Ortiz. The man stays a little quiet, and he's like, yes, but what is this about? And the girl's like, "Oh, I'm just a friend. Can I just speak with her?" To which the man stays quiet on the phone again and says, "Well, here's the thing. There is a girl named Nayeli Ortiz here, but she's 2 years old, so how can she have a friend?" So after that, the girl's realizing that the Nayeli Ortiz the guy's talking about is 2 years old and not another 16-year-old girl. She apologizes and gets off the phone immediately. So she goes back to the Ouija board and asks why it would give her a name of a 2-year-old girl and not another 16-year-old girl that her boyfriend's cheating on her with. The Ouija board responds, "That little girl is going to die." In which she says, why? Why is she going to die? And the Ouija board spells out, "I'm going to take her." So at this point, the girl's like, "No, stop playing with me. You're scaring me," and decides to stop playing the Ouija board. So she stopped playing the Ouija board. The following day, she gets very curious and she still has the phone number. So she decides to call. So she calls the number, the same guy answers, and she asks to speak with Nayeli Ortiz. Except this time the guy cussed her out and told her how insensitive it is and how rude it is for her to be asking about his daughter when she had just died that morning. And he hung up on her. So after that, she just couldn't believe that happened. Like, the Ouija board said the girl was gonna die. The girl actually dies. And she just thinks it's a dream. Like, this couldn't have happened to her. So at this point, years have passed. And she's still in disbelief that this could have happened to her and the way it happened to her. So she gets curious again and she wants to go look for the phone number that's in her wallet so that she can call again and maybe get more information this time. Except for that phone number that's on a piece of paper is no longer in her wallet and she could never find it again. At this point, she still had the Ouija board and she hid it under her bed, and she claims that every time they would clean or something, that Ouija board would reappear like in the middle of her bedroom, almost like it wanted her to play with it again. It got so bad that the dad ended up burning that Ouija board, and she mentions buying another one. She bought another one because she wanted to continue to play with it. I don't know, man. I feel like I would have just contacted one of my best friends, would have given me all that information I needed to know if my boyfriend was cheating on me or not. Also, she didn't even give us an update if her boyfriend was cheating on her or not. And that's how it ends, basically. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it because I feel like that shit is scary. And if anything, that happening would make me not want to play with the Ouija board again. By the way, this story was originally in Spanish, and it's in one of those podcasts where people can call in and tell them their scary story. So if I find the original creator, I will tag them in the caption, because I don't think where I saw it is the original person, like the original podcast people. But if I do find it, it'll be in the comments. But what the hell do you guys think about this story?
The haunting of Darren Evans, the Zozo haunting. Now, if you are familiar with Ouija boards and stuff, you know that Zozo goes along with the Ouija board. Strange occurrences really started to happen after they started using the Ouija board. Started predicting deaths. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Darren becomes obsessed with using it to find out when people are going to die and stuff. Ghost Adventures even makes a show there. They had gone through a lot over there. There was like an awful sulfur smell and everything. And then his wife, the man's wife, starts to seem like she's becoming possessed.
Are we speaking to Zozo?
It smells like rotting.
Alright guys, quick
quick warning because we're going to go into an actual case where a demon is present. The Zozo haunting of Darren Evans. And let me just say, demons are such vile, evil, weird creatures. In the realm of our existence, these are the worst possible things that could ever exist. I don't know why they're here or where they came from, but I do not like it. From what I've learned, the best possible thing you can do for yourself is keep positive emotions. Because demons like to latch onto anger, fear, anxiety, and in all the cases that I see, they latch onto people with those exact emotions. They don't like happy people. So yeah, that's just some advice, and don't let this video affect you. Alright, let's get into the story. In the early 2000s, Darren Evans, his wife Kathleen, and his friend Randy got a Ouija board. Randy came over and they walked upstairs into a room where they attempted to contact the lead singer of AC/DC. They placed the planchette on the board and began to call out. Everything went normally, but at the very end of the session, it said, "See you in hell." So they're like, that was weird, but whatever. So the next day, they decide to do another session. But this time, things got weird. The board said that Randy was cursed and he would die in a car crash. And later, he did. Regardless of this, Darren became obsessed with the board and began to use it again. And one night, him and his wife were using it when suddenly her eyes turned black. She realized that she was blind. She cried and screamed. The planchette on the board went back and forth from Z to O. But eventually, her eyesight would come back. But later that night, Darren was about to walk down the stairs. His daughter was at the bottom, staring up at him, when suddenly something lifted her into the air and she began to scream. She was carried all the way into their basement and pinned against a wall. So Randy and Kathleen were absolutely tormented by this thing forever. And eventually, they just moved out. Also, by the way, I wanted to say I reached out to Darren myself. And I'm going to try to do an interview with him and I'll post it here on TikTok. So if you guys have any questions that you want me to ask him, leave them in the comments and I will use the top liked comments. So now that you guys know the backstory, we get to the part where the Ghost Adventures team visits the house. Zach Bagans and the crew pull up and they are clearly freaked out.
This is a real demon.
But not as scared as Darren and Kathleen. Kathleen is on the verge of having a panic attack because they haven't been in this house in over 10 years. And Zach wants them to use a Ouija board. So they step inside and the activity just starts immediately.
Weird in here, guys.
And Darren and Kathleen are having flashbacks. So everybody walks upstairs and they go to the exact same spot that Darren and Kathleen used the Ouija board 10 years ago. They sit down, they grab the planchette, and they place it on the board. They call out for Zozo, and as soon as they do, they hear footsteps walk up the stairs.
Are you with us?
Suddenly, the room goes cold, and a feeling of static electricity covers everyone's entire body. Then the feeling of dread completely takes over, and now the room begins to smell like rotting.
You smell that?
You feel? Yes.
I smell like something that smells like.
It smells like rotting.
After this thing walked up the stairs, the energy, the smell, everything in the entire room became so utterly disgusting that Kathleen is just gagging and coughing. And eventually, she just wanders off. But very soon, she comes back in. But she is no longer Kathleen. Her belt is undone, she's acting weird, her voice sounds different.
You just shut the up.
What was that?
Who's in here?
Kathleen.
Well, the way she said that.
And she claims to have spoken with Zozo himself. And while all of this is going on, the planchette on the board is going back and forth from Z to O.
Are we speaking to Zozo?
Mama. Zelda. What's wrong?
So eventually they just close out the session, but it seems that it did not do anything because the activity just continues. I've looked for more information on Darren and Kathleen just to see how they're doing now. I did find Darren's social media and that's how I reached out to him, but I'm not sure how he's doing. But that's why I'm hoping to get this interview, so again, leave your comments and I will ask him. That's if I get it, but we'll see. And eventually, I hope I could visit this house. I know as I get bigger, I want to do some like actual investigating myself, so if I could go to that house, that would be cool. I know it is a terrible idea. But, you know, you only live once, and I feel like I'm pretty protected. So, if you guys want me to visit the Zozo house, just let me know. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later.
He's talking as if he's filming for like a YouTube video or whatever, you know. And then his wife is recording the video for him. But then all of a sudden she's like, oh my God. And he's like, he kept saying, what the fuck you want? What? I'm like, she doesn't want anything. She wants you to get up and turn around and see that little creature that just ran. It was real fast along the bottom of the door. He needs to check the dang footage. That's what he needs to be doing.
Watch it show itself to us while filming at 1 a.m.
To make this film because there's a couple things that I wanted to be talking about, right, honey? Yeah. So my wife, obviously, she didn't want to participate due to the fact that there has been couple comments towards her, and she said she rather stays away from what's been going on. So the thing to all this is that there has been a couple problems in like criticizing between, you know, my family and what the fuck you want,
Baby?
What?
Something's back there
Something's back where?
in the kitchen,
What the fuck you want,
baby.
What do you mean?
There's something in the kitchen.
Baby, don't fucking scare me like that. What the fuck you doing? What do you mean?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
What's over there?
Fuck,
What's over there?
baby.
What's over there, honey?
Baby, I don't want to be in here. This shit is fucking with me too much.
What's over there? Oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me, huh?
Oh my God.
Let's go to the room. Let's go to the room.
Go away.
Bonus video. Bonus video. Yeah. Carly was out there hanging with some kind of entity. And you can clearly see its elongated arm as it's touching her. And her dad's like, God, Carly, get over here, you know. And have you guys ever seen that movie Mom or Mama or whatever it is, where she's that long, lanky, ghost-like lady? And oh my God, I hate that movie because that just weirds me out. That long, Stretch Armstrong type shit. Go, go, gadget ghost fingers. Anyways, it just really creeps me out.
Hey, Dad, look at Carly.
Get up here, Carly. What the hell was that? The hell was that? Get up here, Carly! But anyways, that's the end of our video today. I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad you watched. I hope I've earned a subscription from you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Much love to all of you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Mwah, mwah.
Bye. Have a great time.
It's caught in the crossfire.